And I also think that in the UK, because we've had access to an NHS for such a long time, so our National Health Service, and it's free, apart from obviously we pay taxes to kind of fund it. But it's always kind of been in this country, you know what, if I get hurt, I'll just go pop down to my local A&E. I'll go like to the urgent care centre. For those people that are still using that mentality, you know what, if I go and break my leg today, I can go to the NHS, they'll give me an x-ray, put me in a cast, send me on my way. If I get into a car accident, obviously no one aims for that. But it's all right. I've got a paramedic around the corner. What, I mean, is that still the case? Can we actually have that view at the moment?
The NHS is the NHS is put there for us to help us. Obviously, we are cared for from the day we are born to the day we die. But the NHS is an institution that has limited resources, limited amount of nurses and staff and equipment. We can't just rely on, you know, being able to get treated for anything and everything at any time we want, especially now where we just don't have the capacity to care for these patients. Our general intensive care unit is the unit that houses everybody's intensive care needs if they haven't got COVID. And that is the only unit now that we have for them in case, they do need the intensive care treatment. So the mentality of, I can be as careless and carefree as I want just doesn't work. We just can't risk anything. Can't risk it because we just don't have enough staff or equipment to treat that person, essentially.
Yeah, I wonder if that mentality has also contributed to how bad things have got in the UK with COVID. I just wonder if people are like, because I mean, I guess I'm trying to think about myself because I'm the only person I can ask in this situation. I'm trying to think, well, if I did get COVID, I'm like, well, yeah, I'd have the NHS. And at the moment, I mean, I said this to mum. I mean, so mum, she's high risk, and she was questioning whether she should get the vaccination. She was like, should I get it? Should I not? I've heard a lot of rumours, and obviously there's a lot of conspiracies around this vaccine. But I said to her, you know what, mum? Like, I think, in my opinion, you should consider really getting this vaccine because I know you're saying that if you had COVID and you've got a lung condition, you're high risk. You'll kind of go and rely on the NHS. But I said, Mum, they haven't got any beds for you. Like, they're not going to be able to help you. I think people really need to take that responsibility on themselves and go, I need to reduce the number of ways I could potentially pick up the virus. I need to stop relying on the NHS thinking they're always going to be there for me. And it also goes back to, it's not just COVID. If you need an ICU bed for anything right now, there isn't one. Just assume there isn't one. Try just to stay out of trouble for the time being. Is that the right kind of attitude?
I mean, the government is trying to help us by imposing restrictions. So people should be sticking to the restrictions because that ultimately, puts them at a lower risk of getting injured. Or I'm saying that, people still get seriously sick. Heart attacks, strokes, they do occur. And we just want to make sure that there's enough space for that rather than, silly things like people going to clubs and overdosing and requiring an ICU bed for that reason. It's just stay home, do your bit. It's only for a while longer and hopefully we can be out of this together.